onto our chicken, and I've got coconut oil here. I'm using this big pot because I want to add, more of the chicken at the same time. So if you have a small pot, that's fine, or a small pan, that's fine. You can work it out, bit by bit. And this is what I'm going to glaze the chicken with. This is soy sauce, oyster sauce, and some pepper, just to balance the sweetness. So I add my chicken, and this is chicken thighs, but I have removed the bone from it. So you can also buy the chicken thigh fillet. That will also work. This is my second one. So this chicken has been in the freezer, marinated for about some days now, because I didn't really know what to do with it. But I just thought of making this fried chicken with stir fry. And I went like, oh, I can do this instead of roasting. So this is all I'm going to do. Just glaze it. You can check my other video on how I make this type of chicken, but it's with butter. I fry it with butter, and I added some veggies, and that was, the meal that we had. So it's a good meal to have on its own with some veggies. But today we're going to use it with some veggie stir fry, or I would say fried rice. You see, my pot is so big that almost all of it can fit into it. You don't have to high up your heat, just leave it medium so it wouldn't burn. So this is my final sauce here. The smell is amazing. It's amazing. So what I'll do is tidy up the kitchen whilst, having a peek once a while. So this can take you can give it a bit of, about 7 minutes on each side to make sure that it's really cooked. Because for me, with chicken, I'm a bit skeptical when I'm cooking it. So I want to, make sure that it's really cooked. So you can leave it, but you need to keep your eye on it because the sauces can burn easily. So all I'm doing is, though I'm working, I'm still having a peek to check if something is going wrong, or if I need to, you see how the pan works. It's so flat, such that sometimes I just have to direct the oil to the right place. Yes. So it's time to turn them. It's working out well. Oh, I love this. Oh, I just love that. The color. See? Turning out very nice. Ooh. Like it's been char grilled or something. If you have butter, you can use butter. I'm using coconut oil. So I turn it, I've turned it, and I'm going to leave it for another, you see, it needs to be cooked well. So I'll turn it again. So another 7 minutes. This is why when you have the thigh with the bone in it, it takes a long time. So you can just remove the bone and make it flat and then use it. So our chicken is done, and all I'm going to do Hello my lovely people, welcome to the channel again. This is Jo here. So this is a channel where we bring to you all the amazing, simple, nutritious foods that we have in our house or that we make in our house. Welcome to the channel. So today, this is how I prepped my chicken. I chopped it, spiced it, and then about to lightly fry it before making this amazing special egg fried rice. To begin with, I'm going to start with a light frying of the chicken. So it's been sitting down for about, I think about 10 minutes now. Let me grab my spatula. So I need the heat up at this point. So the next thing I'm going to do is take the chicken out of this pot or whatever you call it, and then, or skillet, I don't know how to call it, but then I'm going to take this out, leave the liquid, pour it into a bowl, put it aside, and then put the chicken in the oven just for about 10 minutes to make it a bit crispy, or yeah, a bit nice. So the next step is to use the same oil that I poured out of it. There's some, little bit of liquid in there. That's why you can see all the bubbles. So let me turn down the heat. And then add my egg that I have lightly beaten already. And this is all I do. I normally would use a fork. So let me turn up the heat again. So I'll heat it up and then use a fork, because I think I like it with a fork, especially it gives me this tiny bits of scrambled egg in there. Topping it up with a little bit of my avocado oil, which is very, very great for cooking. It can withstand very high heat. So if you're looking for any oil that can withstand high heat, it's avocado, grapeseed oil, coconut. Yeah, those are the few that I have tried. And it's a light oil, so when you eat it, you don't really feel burdened with so much oil. I don't know if you understand. If you understand, put it in the comments below. So now that I've got these tiny bits of scrambled eggs, I'm going to use the big spatula just to work it out again. So I love what I'm seeing at the moment. Another bit of oil here. Though it is egg fried rice, I'm going to add a little bit of some veggies. I just try to mix the veggies. Oh, I love the color. Who loves this color? Let me know in the comment below. Give me a like if you're loving this so far. I just love the color. Wow, it's amazing. See how it's become so tiny. Love it that way. So at this point, normally I would cover it a bit for the carrots to be a bit tender. I covered it for about 2 minutes and I love the tenderness. So I can taste that there's no salt in this. So what I'm going to do is add my Maggi a little bit, because this thing is salty, in fact. So a little bit of that. This is my special egg fried rice. So hey, Charlie, try it at home and let me know how it goes, because I know that it's going to be good. So this is where the flavors come together, because I'm going to add the rice, but after putting the rice in there, normally I make a hole here and then add my rice. Before mixing the rice, what I do is to put in my flavor or anything I want to add to it, be it soy sauce, my oyster sauce, not Worcester sauce, my teriyaki sauce, or whatever, fish sauce. Sometimes I even use my rice, what's the name again? It's called rice. Is it rice sauce? So this is teriyaki. I just love teriyaki sauce. especially when you, and my soy sauce, and this is a reduced salt one, so it's not going to be so salty like the normal soy sauce that you know. So this is my oyster sauce. I love it so much. So heat down, and after you flavor it, then you can bring your heat up for mixing. And this is the Maggi again. So the Maggi will give it that umami, or the saltiness and the nice flavor. Yes, because I didn't really salt the rice, because I knew I'm going to put all these sauces in there, and these sauces contain a bit of salt. So I mean, just to be careful with your salt intake, which is very important. So you see how it goes. This is so simple, and I always make this when I don't really feel like cooking, because it's simple. It's like you bought the food, because it's got all the amazing sauces in there, and they love it. They love it. Let me add everything here, because I know at night time someone will be coming back to the pot to see what is left of it, and he's going to finish it before we wake up. That is it too, having teenagers at home. So I'm not going to discard this. I'm going to add it to it to give it more flavor. Just love the colors I see. So that's my chicken ready, and we'll add that to it as well. Very simple egg fried rice. Let me know if you like this, you're liking it. Give me a like, so I know that you love what I'm doing at the moment. Hey! Ha! Oh my goodness. In fact, this one, I'm not going to mix it. Just going to put it on top of it. And anyone who scoops theirs will enjoy the chicken. How do you love this? I am loving it. And the chicken is mwah. Hello lovely people, Joe here again. So welcome back to another meal of our inner Christmas series. You know what, today I've gone ahead of a little bit, but that's all right. I'm going to explain what I've done. So basically I'm using more of oxtail today, and with oxtail it's a bit hard, but we love it. So normally when I say I'll be eating meat in this house, it's normally oxtail, and the kids love it too because of the cartilage in it and all that. So I have tenderized it a bit with baking soda, bicarbonate yeah, or sodium bicarbonate. Yeah, baking soda. So that's what I've done to make it a bit soft, because sometimes it can be a bit hard. So this is what I've done, and I am beginning the soup with onions. Oh, today we're going to make some peanut butter soup or groundnut soup. Say yay if you love it. Well, this is the kind of soup that we love it, but then when we finish eating it in the day or in one day, I think what we do is we chuck it in the freezer and it stays there for some time. So I'm going to make just a little bit of it, not too much of it. It's not like light soup that they like. So what I am doing here, as you can see, is my peanut butter, which is also cooking away. So the oil is coming out, and that's what I need. So after it comes out a bit more, then I will pour it into the big pot. At this point, I'm going to season it with some herbs, and today I'm going to use only oregano because oregano is antiviral and it's great, especially when you have a cold or cold, flu, whatever. What I do, and this is I mean, you need a health professional to guide you in this, because I'm a herbal practitioner, so I'm able to do that. So what I do is I take my pure oregano oil, I mean some drops into water, and chuck it, and after a few days you realize, oh, the cold is going down. That's what I do to the kids as well. Last Christmas we were very, very sick. Oh my goodness, we were so sick we didn't celebrate Christmas. But this year I have told the kids, you know what, we are going to celebrate the Christmas and have some fun. So now at the moment what I'm going to do is either I have my, see, the onion and carrots that I have, you know, let me talk about this. Groundnut soup can be done in so many ways. You can start with your groundnut paste, which mine is ready, and with this amazing pot that I have, I'm able to put everything in, then cook it. And in some minutes I am done. So if you want to know the pot, it's Salad Master pot. So it's such an amazing pot that the investment has been worth it. So my pepper, onion, carrot mix is here. Some people will choose not to use any of this in their peanut butter soup or groundnut soup. That's fine. I mean, everyone has a way of cooking the same food because it's been passed on and passed on from our ancestors to our time. I just hope our children can cook our food, though. My son always tells me, oh, why do you think you're doing YouTube? You're doing it for us. When we get to university, we'll be cooking it. We'll watch you and cook. So at this time, I won't even waste my time. I'll put my fish in here, my mackerel in here. This is a very simple food, but then nourishing. And we need more nourishing during Christmas because of the cold weather. Oh, that's creeping in. We need more nourishing and nutrients. So I've got my fish here, and then I told you guys I'm going to add everything. So simple. So simple. And then add some of it, because peanut butter can be it can be a bit thick sometimes. So you need to know how much of the thickness that you need before adding everything together. No, just add some and leave some. After a few minutes, about 5 minutes, you would see 5 to 7 minutes, you realize, see this is a bit thick. So, and it's as a result of the onions and the carrots. Yes, you reminded me. The carrots. So I'm going to leave this on for a good 7 minutes. I'm going to come back and then see how it's going. See you soon, guys.
A few moments later.
Everything is going well with our soup. So this is how it's going. I don't know why the guy chopped these things very tiny. Okay, so the next thing to add, and that's the last basically, is our tomatoes. Not too much though, because we have thick soup here. So, and I added some tomatoes to the peanut butter when I was cooking it aside. You know, sometimes when I'm really in a hurry, I'll just mix the peanut butter and with water and just put it in here, start it with it on the meat when I've finished braising the meat and everything. So I mean, you can do it in so many ways, So now I'm checking if this is really peanut butter soup, because I added more carrots. I have a son who is very peculiar, and he will ask, what type of soup is this? When he's tasting food, he's like a chef. I always tell him to go and do culinary. So I've added everything to it. And our swallow is here, which is rice balls on the heat. Normally, when I'm cooking rice balls, I soak the rice in water for about 5 minutes, or sometimes I just leave it 5 minutes, and then sometimes I leave it for about 10 minutes and over. And then let me taste it. I add double of the rice. Okay, this is very good. It's so good. So that's how I do my rice balls. So it's going to go on the heat, and I'll leave this for about a good 15 minutes and come back to it. After a good 25 minutes, we're done with our soup. And remember, we don't have too much oil on there because I used the carrots, which I'm very okay with. So let me just put some soup on the rice balls. I'm just being careful so I don't soil around. And I've got my mackerel here, a little bit of the oil. Yes, and I am done. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and like this video and also subscribe to the channel. Love you so much for your support. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bye. Hello lovely people, this is Jo here again. Welcome to the channel. This is where we bring to you all the amazing foods and their health benefits. I have lined up some amazing appetizers, some desserts, and all the amazing foods you can think about this season or the coming Christmas season that you can enjoy by yourselves or with your family. So let's get into it. I have my heat on. This is a bit hot already because the heat has been on for a while now. So I'm going to mix my avocado oil with coconut oil. This is Christmas, so remember, we're going to make it shepe like that. Okay, shepe or whatever, I don't know how you say it, but then shepe like that. So imagine you are having some guests over and you cook this amazing jollof for them. They're going to love it. Okay. So I'm trying to test the oil and it's ready for my onions. I start with fried onions and then I add my tomato puree. So we leave the onion on for about 2 to 3 minutes. So the reason for the foam is because I've mixed the avocado oil with the coconut. It's normal to have the foam when you mix any other oil with avocado coconut. So I add my puree here, and because I'm adding carrots, it will brighten the jollof. So I have tried my best to add about 2 pastes of the puree. So this is 200 grams, so basically about 400 grams. So it gives it the color that I want, and this is because of the carrots. So if you're not using carrots, that's fine. You can just go with maybe 1 or the 200 gram of the puree. So I will leave this on again for a good 5 minutes. For a good 5 minutes. So you see, I left it just for a few minutes to go upstairs, and see, it was almost burnt. So don't leave yours. So this is my carrots, onions, spices of herbs, and ginger, everything here. Jollof is very easy, and when you're making jollof, I think it all depends on how the things you blend together to make the jollof, and how many minutes this will stay on there. That will really bring out nice jollof. And also I think the rice, maybe the type of rice, is also part of it, because I've used basmati for jollof, I've used jasmine for jollof, but I must say that I think I would go with jasmine, and maybe this is because I'm used to the jasmine rice. Basmati was nice, but then it becomes hard the next day. But with the jasmine, we cook jollof, put it down for... So this is the tomatoes going in. And I love my passata. I don't use fresh tomatoes for jollof. So we put it down for, a day or 2, and it's still the same. It's fresh. And we love to sometimes mix it up the next day with some scrambled eggs, or anything we feel will make it nicer. So before this really gets out of control, I've got my broth here. Normally I wouldn't add any water to my jollof, and I've got some salt here, some smoked paprika. It's Christmas, let's enjoy the season. And also my stock, which is MSG free, so that goes in there. And my mackerels. If you've watched all of my jollof videos, you would know or notice that I love to add mackerel into my jollof. So I'm adding 3 mackerels with the oil, because one thing is, when there's enough oil in the jollof, I mean, the texture is different. And sometimes I cook jollof without oil, and those are the times. But this time it's Christmas, let's enjoy the season. Yes, so this is going to be on for a good 15 minutes. When I come and it's not ready in 15 minutes, I'll just give it another 5 minutes, and we will be ready to put the rice in there. And I'm just thinking, I think, yeah, I'm done here. So if you like what you're seeing right now, give me some thumbs ups and likes and some shares as well, and subscribe to the channel if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so I'll come back.
A few moments later.
Yes, so this is where we've gotten to. So what I'll do is just turn it off and work with what I'm going to do. So normally I would decant some, because I need to check the amount of rice I have. I don't want to put the rice in, then I realize I don't have enough rice. So normally I would just put some aside, and then, in fact, this time I'm pouring the rice into it. I'm not even counting. I normally count my rice. I measure it by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my kids love soft jollof. I don't really like soft rice, so we do it here and there. You see, even the amount of sauce I have here, the rice is taking more rice. So imagine I didn't take some off. So that's how I go about it. Just take some off if you feel that the pot that you're cooking in is very big or huge, then take some off. If you want more, just put some back in, and I think that helps. Remember, we didn't even put water in there. We just put broth in there. And this is the doing of the pots. These pots are amazing when it comes to cooking jollof without adding any more water. Okay, so I think this is great. So normally I'll shake it like this, just to see if I have enough. That's my own trick. Enough liquid in there. I don't want it to be too hard. I think tasting wise it's good, but I'll need a little bit of, no, I think it's good. No, it's good. No salt. No salt, no water. Just clean this, and this is going to be on very low heat for no matter how much time it will take for me to finish it. Yeah, so I'll see you guys when it's done. Hello beautiful people, so Joe here once again, and I am going to make my lovely chin chin recipe for you guys so you can try it out this Christmas as you get visitors, or for your kids when they come home especially. They would love to munch on something hard, and yeah, a good chin chin isn't bad. So I start with my dry ingredients. So I've got my flour here. By the way, thank you so much for your support, and if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. Welcome to the channel as well. This is where we give you all the amazing foods and their benefits. Welcome. Okay, so I've got my flour here. So this is organic plain flour or all-purpose flour. So I create a little bit of well here, and then what I do next is add all the dry ingredients. How about that? Okay, so I get my sugar here. I get my, so this is nutmeg. You know what, I'm going to put the recipe in the description below. So I've got nutmeg, I've got baking powder, I've got salt here, and okay, so they go in, and then I add some cornstarch. So some people call this corn flour, but in the UK we call it corn starch. Now I've got my dry ingredients. You know, one thing I've forgotten about, my butter. So I use this Kerrygold butter because it is grass-fed. It's from grass-fed cows. So I love this because it's got a golden, nice color, and it's a great butter because it's grass-fed, not grain-fed. It's not from grain-fed cows. Yeah. Okay, bear with me guys. Yes, so my butter is here. It has to be room temperature. Yeah, room temperature. But you know what, I put it outside, it was too soft, so I had to put it back in the fridge, and it's not bad. See how it is, room temperature. So I'm going to do about 50 grams, so 25, so 50. If you like what I'm doing, just give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, so let me mix it around here first, and then dirty my hands. Ooh, I am going to dirty my hands very soon. Okay, so basically if you're doing 1 kilogram of flour, just use 100 grams of butter. So I'm just going to mix this, and you know what, I think I'll come back to you guys because this part is a bit boring. So I'll come back to you guys. Yes, so I have mixed the butter. See, you can't even see the butter here, but then it's in there. Okay, so we go on to our wet ingredients, and I've bought my 1 egg. Some people might choose to use the egg yolk alone. That's fine. That's what they like. I mean, you can change things. If you don't like nutmeg, just change it to cinnamon because it's more Christmassy. Yeah, you can do anything you want to do with it. And I mean, it's going to turn out well as long as you're using the right recipe, you know. So this is condensed milk, and I had to take some grams off the sugar to use the condensed milk. So this is 30 grams of condensed milk. Don't worry, I'm going to put the ingredients. You know what I'm doing here. So in the description below for you guys. So this one is called fast making of chin chin, because the kids have been bugging me, when are we going to do the chin chin? I said, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it now, but my little girl wants to roll it, so yeah, less job for me and less job for you. If the kids are around, just let them do it and they'll be happy to do it for you. Okay, so I've got milk here, and this is mixed with water. So the fact that this is about 570 ml doesn't mean you have to use everything. Just check the consistency of your dough. So you add a bit by bit. Oops. So it's bit by bit by bit. And you need the consistency of kind of especially when I'm making cookies. I think it's just like that consistency. But let's see. So when I mix everything here, I think I'm going to. So this is one thing I like and don't like about mixing dough, but you don't have to have all the luxury tools to make your chin chin. Don't wait for all the luxury tools. You can do it. So I'll come back to you guys. So at this point, see how it is. I am not needing it to activate the gluten in the flour. No, I don't want the gluten. Because basically, I mean, too much gluten is not even good for us, for our gut, but we tend to eat it anyway. So I've gotten this, and you can make this a bit harder than this one, but I don't really want a very hard chin chin, which will make my temples hurt when I am chewing it. Anyone can relate? If you can relate, let me know. At this point, I'm going to add my chin chin into the very hot oil. But you know what? You don't have to overcrowd it. It needs to be just a few. And I'm trying this because I needed to test the chin chin or the oil, sorry, to see if it's hot. So let me show you one thing. So when it comes up, it means at least, yes, it's working, or the oil is working. So this is what I'm going to do, because what I did was very dangerous. So I'll put them in here. Yes, this is better. Then I need a little bit more of flour on this. Oh, you see the way they're coming up. Yeah, man. And you need to turn them as well, so they don't burn. The heat is very high. I have lowered it a bit just to make it so it wouldn't burn. And I think I need this here. Oops, it's very hot. This pot gets so hot. Sometimes I just forget. It gets hot. And the moment you turn it off, it just goes down. So we need a golden color here. Just try and switch it around, but as you switch it around, make sure you don't get the hot oil on your skin. Just try gently to switch it around, and you see the golden color is coming up. Those who love chin chin in this house are going to be happy, because we are going to replace their pots. If you haven't subscribed yet, please show me some love and subscribe to the channel, and also like this video and share, because love is so free. See, we are getting this uniform color here, because if you leave it alone, some will be burnt. So unfortunately, you have to stand by it to go through the whole process of frying. And one thing about the oil, if you are such that you fry a lot, I would say use a good avocado oil or grapeseed oil, or coconut oil, because these oils can withstand heat, especially avocado and grapeseed oil. When you fry a lot with sunflower oil, corn oil, and all those canola oils, they aren't good, because they are omega-6 oils, and when you apply heat to them, they denature, they just spoil. Okay, so I like this. I'm going to add it into my pot here, and then lower the heat and prepare for the next batch. Thank you so much for watching. Please do well to like, subscribe, and share the video, and also try it out and let me know how it went. So you can serve it in a nice cube bowl like this, or you can also store it in a plastic or a glass nice glass jar. But remember, when you've just done it, it's a bit hot, so you can wait for it to cool before closing it. And this is what I am going to close it with, and it'll stay on the table for anyone to enjoy. So I hope you like it and you also make some to enjoy. Thank you guys for your support. Bye. In this video, I'm going to share with you the best chicken soup to cook this Christmas. How amazing is this? And also, it will be good for the winter months. Hi, my name is Jo Minta. Welcome to the channel again, where we share with you all the amazing foods and their health benefits. But you know what? Make sure you stick around, as I'm going to share with you how to turn this soup into another type of soup for repurposing's sake. If you like what I'm doing, give me some thumbs up, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is we're going to cook the carrots and onions, which is here. I'm cooking it, and this is dried turkey berries, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to braise this. I'm going to braise the chicken soup using the juices of the chicken itself and my mixed peppers, onions, and my 3 best chicken spices or herbs, which are rosemary, oregano. I hope you put it down. So rosemary, oregano, and basil or basil, whatever you call it. So I'm going to cover it for about a good 10 minutes because I need the chicken to really cook well, because this soup is very simple, nutritious, but we need to cook our chicken well. So when it comes to braising my meats and chicken and whatever, I always love to add my stock, which I have frozen already. So ready-made stock here, and this is a chicken stock that was in the freezer, and I'll cover it and leave it for 10 minutes. See you then. So now that I have allowed the herbs to really incorporate, because as you know, some herbs do have salt in it, so I'm now going to add some salt, not too much, because at the end of it I would taste it to see if I need more. So I've got my stock here, which I normally use, adding about, this isn't salty at all, so I'm adding 3, because normally it's just the flavor of this stock that I need, basically. Then I will turn it around a bit for the juices to really go into the chicken. This place is frozen, that's why it's not breaking up, but it's fine. So I'm going to blend the carrots and the onions and then come back to this. So this is the blended onions, turkey berries, and carrots. All I'm going to do is strain it here. This is hot. So if you want a very light soup, then you can strain it twice. But if you want it to be a bit not thick, but then medium thick soup. Is there anything like thick soup? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Then you see, there you have it. So at this point, if you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. So I am going to double strain it, and this is how I do it. So simple. Our soup is almost ready. All we have to do now is to give it a stir again. See, the frozen one has broken down at the moment, so we'll leave it on for some minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, then I'll come and check, because the chicken has to be well done. So this is our soup, which will be ready very soon, and this is a light soup, but the color is as a result of using the turkey berries. If you don't use the turkey berries, you wouldn't get this color. You get this light, bright, nice color. But then I love turkey berries because they are full of iron, so I love using them in my soups and stews. So we'll come back to the soup very soon. So one thing I normally leave later to do is to add my tomatoes, because I use my passata. So normally I don't really worry about using tomatoes at the beginning of soups, and half onion and some okra that I have. I love okra, myself and my little girl. So it's for us. None of them want it, especially the boys. So this is for us. So yeah, then I'll cover it and come back to it again. So our chicken light soup is ready, and as you can see, one thing is I added some bay leaves. So this you can add it, it's optional. So I've got my chicken soup. Remember, it's the hard chicken and the soft one, and this is a great combination because the hard chicken has this nice taste, and sometimes the soft chicken or the broiler doesn't really have a good taste, especially with these days when the foods are some way. So this is it. It's done. You can enjoy with some beautiful fufu here, and we're going to do the same. So as you enjoy your Christmas fufu, remember to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't had the chance to, because this soup, this soup is beyond. So I've got full chicken here, and you can enjoy it with some rice as well. You don't really need fufu every time. And if you want to repurpose this soup, all you do is cook some groundnut soup, or cook some groundnut paste or nut paste, and then add it to it when you're fed up with the light soup. So this is it. We thank you so much. Thank you so much for getting to this part of the video. Oh my goodness. Subscribe, like, and share. You know what? Let me go and join again. Welcome to the channel where we share with you amazing foods and their benefits. Today I'm going to share with you how I make my agushi or agushi stew. So it's got so many names, both in Nigeria and Ghana. So I usually like using agushi stew or soup, whatever you call it, or agushi stew with rice. But then recently I think I have fallen in love with using it with pounded yam, but I'll show you how I use it with a pounded yam, because just agushi soup and pounded yam doesn't really go for me. So I'll share with you guys how I do it. And my oil in here, I'm using the avocado oil that I normally use on here. So this is a chosen foods. And what I'm trying to do is not to fry the meat or the chicken. All I am trying to do is just lightly fry it. Because remember, this is stew, so I don't want any fried meat or chicken. So I'm using chicken, I'm using oxtail. This is my meat feast stew. And the good part is this stew, I think it's only me. Do you like it, Isa? Okay, so myself and my little daughter, we are the only ones who enjoy this. So I make it and then put it in the now I add my pepper blend here, which has onions, some herbs, rosemary and oregano, and my garlic is here. So I've got my frozen garlic, which has melted at this point here. So I'll leave this on. So the reason why I left it on a bit was for the tilapia or the kobe, the salted tilapia, to become a bit hard, but then as you can see, it's not too hard, and it's because it's bony, that's why. But I'll leave it in. When we are eating it, we'll just be careful. And this will stay on for about 7 minutes, and I'll come back to it.
A few moments later.
So one thing I like about salted tilapia is that it's a no challenger. So no matter what meat you put, you add it to, I mean, Kobe is going to bring you that vibe. Man, I can just smell the Kobe all around. But it's a good thing because sometimes the chicken, you don't even taste anything, especially these days. So I'm going to add my agushi that I blended and put in the fridge. So at this point, I'm not going to really mix it too much. All I'm going to do is, because it's going to behave like egg. If you've done egg stew, yes, that's how it's going to behave like. So this is all I do. And then salt it. But I don't mind leaving the salt on it for now because it's going to go in later anyway. I'm going to mix it up anyway. And then my stock will also go in. But remember, just remember that I have Kobe in there. But you know one thing, the salted tilapia I'm using at the moment, I soaked it in water for a long time, so it can, there will it's a probability that there's not much salt in there. So let's keep this for now, and we'll taste it later to see how the salt is going. But this is it basically. We'll leave it on, lower the heat, and then cover it. And after about 5 minutes, I'm going to come back to see what's happening to the agushi. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what we are cooking at the minute. It's what we use for agushi, or agushi as we say it in Ghana. But here you can get it from Dalston or any of the markets, or any of the African markets. So if you know the name in English, let me know. Are these pumpkin seeds? I don't know if they are, because I eat pumpkin seeds a lot, but they are green. So let me know if you know. So this is all we're looking for here. As you can see, I didn't add any tomatoes. You just have to allow the agushi seeds. Apparently, they are melon seeds, agushi melon seeds. I never knew this. I think I've seen it somewhere before, but it's been a long time. But it had really eluded my memory. So see how it's become like egg? That is how you want it to be before adding the salt, the tomatoes to it. In fact, this time around we've made a big batch just for the two of us. So we're going to portion them and put them in the freezer for some time. Anytime we want to eat it, we grab one bowl and then make use of it. Okay, so all I'm trying to do is to allow the tomatoes to mix well a bit, and I'm going to leave it on again for a good about 5 to 7 minutes, so that the tomatoes will cook through. Anyway, I'm using cooked tomatoes here, so I just wanted to bring out a bit more of the juice, and not forgetting the stock. If you have any stock, so this is some of the stock from the oxtail that I'm pouring in here. So yes, see my salted tilapia is intact. That's how I need it. I don't want it tearing apart or breaking up into the stew, because we don't want bones everywhere. Yeah, little bones everywhere. Okay, so we leave it on, and let me taste it. Okay, I think it's good. The salt is good at this moment. At this point, I'm going to add my greens, and this is the reason why I like agushi stew or agushi soup, however you call it. It's almost the same, but everyone does it in their own way. I love the greens that are in there. So my spinach, my kale, just to give me some energy. Sometimes I even add turkey berries to it. But this time around, I'm just adding the spinach and the kale, and my secret ingredient. So this helps me to eat the agushi stew with pounded yam, because I tried it without okra and I realized no way. So another time I tried it with okra, I was like, the vibe. That's the vibe. So I'm going to leave this on for some time, not too much of a time, or not too many minutes, or not too long. I'm going to leave this on for about 7 to 10 minutes, but check it around 7 minutes time. The okra would have been cooked, and then switch it off because you have the kale and spinach in there. You don't want it to overcook. Just trying to allow the greens to get in. I can add more of the spinach. I love spinach because it helps to give me energy, especially when I'm low in energy. I just make my smoothie, my spinach smoothie, and continuously for about 3 days, and I'll be fine. So yes, we'll leave it on and come back to it. This is the vibe. Okay, so my agushi stew is done. When it gets to this point, it's musical. Just sing. In fact, this is whetting my appetite already. See, all I need is a little bit of the sauce, not too much meat, but I need my okra because I love okra. And also, see me looking through I'm looking for the tilapia. I found a part of it. Hey! And ne chai. Guys, thank you for joining me today. And for staying tuned. Please subscribe, like, and share. This, you need to try this because oh my, I can see another hand coming.
In this video, I'm going to share with you my lovely succulent turkey, Christmas turkey or Thanksgiving turkey. What do you think about this? Give me a thumbs up already, guys. I'm going to show you this very nice succulent turkey, how to make it. So I've got my ingredients here. Sorry, by the way, my name is Jo. Welcome to the channel. So I've got room temperature butter here, and I've got about 1.5. So this is room temperature. It's been here for a couple of hours, actually about 2.5 hours. And also what I'm going to do is add some black pepper to it, a generous one, because my turkey serves 5 to 8 people. So I've got black pepper and my hot chili. You know I love chili. Even on turkey I'll add chili. And also my salt. The salt should be generous because my butter is not salted. It's an organic unsalted butter. So let me add more to it. Then I have my garlic. This garlic was frozen and I had to just pound it a little bit. Here I've got my zest, my lemon zest. one thing I don't like doing is grating. I don't know, I just hate it or abhor it or whatever. Who is on my side here? So what? I had a hard time doing this one. Guys, give me a thumbs up for that, because at least I've done something that I hate. I don't like grating at all. When I was young, I think a whole part of my nail came off because of a grater. So I told myself, do this thing. I'm not going to touch you again. Okay, apparently there were seeds in here. So with the lemon juice, so 2 zests, if you can grate well, if you are a grater champion, you can do it and even get more from it. And 2 of the lemons and also their juices, it's in here. Then I love parsley, so I'm going to add my chopped parsley. When I buy parsley, I buy a lot and then freeze it. Okay, so my parsley has gone in, everything has gone in. I'm going to use these again. The next is adding a little bit of olive oil to prevent the butter from burning. So olive oil out. Okay, now I am going to combine this thing. So all you do is just mix it up. Mush, 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 mush. I'm going to use my hands at a point, so I'll come back to you guys. So I've got my turkey here, and this is about, actually I've forgotten the kilos. Okay, let's forget about the kilos. We're talking about the servings. So basically it serves 5 to 8 people. So I am going to open up a cavity here, no, here actually, and I am going to allow it to, it's been lying down defrosting in water, cold water, for some time now, so I need to hurry up and put this in the oven. So I've got my black pepper here. I'm going to season the inside of it. My red pepper goes in just to season. I mean, we want a succulent turkey. Then half onion. I love onions, so I'm using 2. And then my lemon, half lemon also goes in. Then I've got some bay leaves here. I'm prepared. So when you are ready, you need to prepare everything so everything just goes in, and because you don't want the chicken to lie down for a long time. Okay, so we are done with this. We can turn it like this, because what we are going to do is just open up. Normally this is what I do. I learned this from one of these, big chefs, but gentle, because sometimes the skin can just break. I remember there was one time I bought a 60-pound organic turkey. We could even eat one. Why? Because we fell sick and we couldn't eat even one, and we had to travel as well. We drove to Spain, and when we came back, my husband was like, you know what, let's just chuck it away. I was like, 60 pounds in the bin. So what I'm doing is, what the mixture I made, I am just going to push it down. this is how I've been doing my turkey for so many years. For a few years now, about I think 2 years now. It's been a while since I did turkey, but this is how I do it. Then put it in here, because what happens is the butter melts and then you get this soft and juicy turkey, because turkey is drying. It's like it's a dry poultry or meat, or I don't know how to classify the poultry. So try and put it in. Just push it in. See, it's going down. You go to the other parts. All we are doing is trying to push the butter in. You wouldn't get it here, but you know the thighs are nice and juicy already. The part which is dry is this part. So trying not to break the skin. For this poor turkey, see the way I am featuring it. Something crazy. Poor turkey. Turkey is a meat that we eat a lot in this house. I think we prefer turkey to chicken. And I'll put it on the screen how I defrosted it. I put it in cold water. This part doesn't want to go, but that's fine. Just trying to push it a bit more and flatten it. Yeah. In fact, this is manual manual work. So the next thing we'll do is to put the butter in there. In fact, this turkey is going to be sumptuous. So hi, we want to make it succulent, so that when we are eating it, we know that yes, we are eating juicy turkey. For me, I try my best to smear it all around. And then, even on this, sometimes I just put it on here because it's going to melt. At the minute, it doesn't want to budge. So I can poke through here a bit and then push it there. See? Hey. Can't imagine how this turkey is going to be nice. This is called Thanksgiving turkey. The bottom part is going to get it anyway, because I mean, as you put it in the oven, you are going to get all the liquid parts at the bottom of the tray. So I don't really worry myself with that. Just push it in here. And if you want to know, all the neck, the remaining of the legs, I chopped it off just to make gravy with it. So this is what I do. Then I put it in the oven at 180 without covering it for about 15-20 minutes, but you need to check that it's not burning. So even if it's 15 minutes and it's brownish, then I bring it out, baste it, and then push it back in again, because this has to stay in the oven for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. So my first 15 to 20 minutes without covering, then after that I cover it, and then my last 15 to 20 minutes I don't cover it. I leave it to brown and have that how do you call it, all the the burnt or crackling whatever. I've got my tissue here. You clean around because we are working with poultry. They can spread bacteria like something. So when I finish, I'm going to clean the whole place with soapy water, warm soapy water. So I'm going to change my tray. So a little bit more of salt again, because I think I didn't put salt inside. Good. And then into the oven for, let's say, 15 minutes without covering it. There we go. See, 15 minutes in the oven. Now what we are going to do is to get my bacon to add more flavor to it. And also to keep this part, because this part receives more of the heat, to keep it from drying. Okay, so after this, I'm going to baste it a bit. When you put it in the oven, just remove it once, now and then, and baste it. It's all about basting it. So it's going to go in again, and now and then just take it out. Every turkey is different from how much heat you need to apply, and also how many hours, because it depends on the kilos you have. So this serves 5 to 8 people, so it's 2.5 hours in the oven, and I'm keeping it at 180 degrees Celsius. So it's going to go back into the oven. So we have taken our turkey out again, just to baste again. But what I'm going to do now, let's check if my bacon is ready, and I will take it off. Because I'm left with 45 minutes of the hour. So what I'm going to do is cover it with baking sheet for the rest of the 45 minutes. Then my last hour, I'm going to remove the baking sheet and leave it in. Okay, so this is basted. In fact, this is called butter basting because it's kind of all butter. But it's Christmas and we must celebrate the Christmas this year. See you guys. So after a good 2.5 hours, our turkey is ready. So you can run a knife through to check if the juices are clear and you are good to go. Plus, you need to let it rest because as you can see the heat's coming out. Let it rest for about 2 hours before doing any chopping or enjoying it. Thank you so much for getting to this part of the video. Thank you so much for your support. Subscribe, like and share if you find this video useful. I will see you in the next video. Go grab your turkey and enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas. Merry Christmas, guys. Bye.